Good evening, Glassboro, and welcome to RTN News. I'm Gianna Malgeri.
And I'm Hina Patel. Coming up, Elon Musk and Twitter, Rowan Radio's national win, our weekly weather forecast, and more coming up on RTN News.
Welcome back. I'm Gianna Malgeri, and this is RTN News. Rowan's Radio, TV, and Film Department is welcoming the Diana King Master of Arts in Television Studies. The program was introduced this semester, and it's currently the only one in the U.S. Students must have a 3.0 GPA to apply. They also offer a combined advanced degree program in television studies, and it allows undergrads to complete a bachelor's in radio, TV, and film and a master's in television studies in only 5 years. The program will focus on principles of writing for, on, and about TV. Final applications are due July 15th.
A proud moment for Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS FM as they're named Best 4-Year Radio Station of the Year at College Media Association's annual Pinnacle Awards in Washington, D.C. Rowan Radio last achieved Station of the Year honors in 1997 from the National Association of College Broadcasters. This is the second national recognition for the station just this year. In July, the National Association of Broadcasters named Rowan Radio a finalist in the Marconi Awards for Best College Radio Station. Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS FM has won more than 350 regional and national awards since 1993. The profs definitely have a station to be proud of.
Town Council members have voted yes and finalized documents for retail of cannabis dispensaries in Glassboro. This permits shops to operate only in designated zones. And last November, 67% of Glassboro's registered voters were in favor of legislation of a, quote, controlled form of marijuana called cannabis for adults 21 and older.
It's been a successful 10 years for Rowan University. In the last decade, Rowan became home to 2 medical schools, making it one of the only 4 institutions in the nation to grant MD and DO degrees. It was named the nation's 3rd fastest growing university by the Chronicle of Higher Education. Rowan began developing New Jersey's first veterinary school, and the university nearly doubled enrollment and academic programs. These are just the few of the accomplishments for Rowan University, and it's only the beginning. Coming up, Nicole with National News.
Which one are we living on? Right here.
What do you think it would be like to teach? Chances are, you have no idea. Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places, and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable. That's what it's like to teach.
Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to National News. I'm Nicole Minar. It has been less than 2 weeks since Elon Musk has taken over Twitter, and he is already seeking new streams of revenue for the company. Just last week, Musk announced his plan to merge the company's current paid tier, Twitter Blue, with a verification program, stating that the new program will cost users $8 per month. Public figures such as Stephen King have expressed their frustration with this decision, claiming that Musk should be paying them for their content instead. Musk defended his decision by tweeting that the new program will, quote, give Twitter a revenue stream to reward content creators. In other news, CVS and Walgreens have agreed in principle to pay a combined $10 billion to settle a series of opioid-related lawsuits. The lawsuits were brought on by both states and local governments who accused the retailers of mishandling prescriptions of opioid painkillers, with some claims dating back to over a decade. A statement by lawyers from local governments said that, quote, these agreements will be the first resolutions reached with pharmacy chains and will equip communities across the country with the much-needed tools to fight back against this epidemic and bring about tangible, positive change. That's all the national news we have for you tonight. I'm going to hand things back over to my friends at the desk. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Nicole. After the break, we have Shomer with our weekly weather forecast.
Right here, baby. Look. Uma.
Something more than a birthday is happening here. Once you can see it, you can help. The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
Thanks, guys. I'm Shomer Ben Yisrael, and I'm giving you this week's forecast. Today, some rain from a tropical rainstorm with some wind. A high of 69 and some thunderstorms tonight with a low of 64. Saturday will be breezy. Thick clouds in the morning, but sunshine will appear in the afternoon with a high of 68 and some rain showers at night with a low of 45. Sunday will bring some clouds and sunshine with a high of 52 and a low of 32. Monday will have plenty of sunshine with a high of 48 and a low of 30. On Tuesday, we'll have a little bit of sunshine in the morning, but will end up being cloudy for the rest of the day with a high of 47 and some rain showers again at night with a low of 31. Then on Wednesday, rain in the morning, otherwise it will be cloudy at night, into the night, with a high of 52 and a low of 35. That's all for the weather this week. Now back to the desk after this break.
It's Ava, and this is Tess from Vivo's Do It Yourselfie, where we recreate the hottest looks from today's biggest music videos.
After cleaning out our closet, we have a lot of clothes we don't wear anymore.
Like this old t-shirt.
It's not garbage, it's actually a brand new rug.
And to make it, all you need to do is cut, tie, and glue.
Cut the t-shirt into strips.
Tie the strips into knots.
And glue the knots to the bath mat. I love it. Give your garbage another life.
And recycle. Thank you, Shomer. Now we're heading to our field reporter, Kariah Bennett, with some student opinions on the midterm elections.
I'm Kariah Bennett reporting for RTN News, and I'm on campus here at Rowan University to talk about one of the most crucial debates that happened earlier this week between Democratic nominee John Fetterman and Republican nominee Dr. Mehmet Oz. John Fetterman recently underwent a stroke, and that was one of the most highlighted points throughout the debate that they talked about is John Fetterman's disability and how he is expected to run as a senator with his temporary physical disability. After recovering recent stroke, Dr. Mehmet Oz keeps highlighting Fetterman's disability through his campaign message and, of course, throughout last night's debate. We're talking to faculty and students throughout the Rowan community to see what impact this midterm election has had on them, as well as what concerns they may have about the midterm election as well. How are you feeling about the midterms election in lieu of the debate?
I was watching the debate, and I think a lot of people are overblowing John Fetterman's stroke. I think despite his mental, his mental capacity, his ability to speak, it was obviously impaired. But the content that he's talking about, I think, is still solid. And I think Mehmet Oz kind of gives off a little bit of a fake vibe, so I'm not sure how I feel about him. I'm not a voter in the state, so I don't get a choice. But I think it's important for people to not get overblown by someone who medically is impaired, but not to the point where his policy, his work is impaired, if that makes sense.
Currently, Pennsylvania is a crucial part of the midterm election as it can sway who controls the Senate. Mehmet Oz has stated that if he is reelected, he will overturn abortion rights in Pennsylvania. And what do you think students like ourselves or students like yourself can do to kind of impact the midterm elections?
Vote, register to vote. That's the best way to get your message across is by voting. It's very important. Get involved with an organization like Rowan Votes. It's very important. And yeah, just spread the word about voting.
Students who wish to vote in this year's midterm election can do so by mail-in ballots, absentee ballots, vote in the Student Center on Rowan campus, and vote at the polls in their district on Tuesday, November 8th. I'm Kariah Bennett with RTN News.
Thank you for tuning in. This was RTN News. I'm Gianna Malgiri.
And I'm Hina Patel. Good night, Glassboro.